I don't ever want to limit myself to a box. I'm a music lover at the end of the day. I'm an artist, I'm a writer, I'm a producer. If I can be involved in anything, like any way, I'm there and I'm gonna do it.
The One More Time Music Podcast. Genuine conversations with genuine people about music. Hosted by Henry with a 3 and Playback Ben.
Went from Beamer Coops to Pencils. Don't want this to end, so part that one more time. Part that one more time. Part that shit like one more time. They part that one more time.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the One More Time podcast. Currently, the Braves are in game 6.
Game 6.
Game 6.
That's right.
So we're dating this podcast. I'm not sure when it's going to come out, but hopefully they'll be World Series champions by the time this episode airs.
They will.
Please.
Prayers up.
Go Bravos.
Don't pull an Atlanta sports.
Yeah.
I'm your host, Playback Ben, here with my co-host.
Henry with a 3, baby. Let's go.
He's pumped for the game.
I'm hyped.
Henry, who do we have in the hot seat today on the episode?
Welcoming in on the 27th
27
episode of the One More Time podcast, legendary singer-songwriter. It's John Mayer.
John.
Yeah, the second. John Jr. You know what they call me?
John Jr.?
Trap John Mayer.
The Trap John Mayer?
Yeah.
They call me the Trap Jack Black.
There you go.
This is incredible.
Let's do a tape.
I'm amongst trap gods.
Trap gods.
In all seriousness, folks, we have singer-songwriter Andrew Weaver
Andrew.
in the building on the One More Time podcast.
Yeah, what's up, y'all?
He's a
going down?
familiar face. Last week we had an episode from someone who we honestly had never met. This is someone who we have met several times.
He's a pal.
He's a pal. He's a
Pals.
buddy. He's a friend.
Real pals.
He's a collaborator of Henry's and super talented artist. So we're looking forward to the conversation today, man. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir.
Sure. Thank you.
Yep. So your mom admitted that dad was really the music influence.
Yeah.
What kind of music was he putting you on, like early on?
Dude. Like,
John Mayer?
Actually, no. My dad is the biggest Beatles fan you'll ever meet, dude. Like, it's just been the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, Bob Dylan, Billy Joel, Chicago.
Yeah.
All of that influence, man, was just like...
Got Saturday by Chicago.
Dude, Dialogue Part 1 and Part 2. Have you heard that?
I haven't, but just my friend was obsessed with Chicago, and he just would always play Saturday. And we lived near Piedmont Park, and we would always go to the park, and so he would always play it. Saturday in the park, and like we thought that was so literal and
little head on.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I learned about the Beatles recently? If you listen to a lot of their music in stereo, they have some of the worst stereo mixes. They'll put like the bass will be like all the way to the left, and the drums will be to the right, and shit for like no reason.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what
You know
you're
what
talking
I
about.
mean?
I'll be in the car, I'll be driving, and it'd just be like, you're like John Lennon over here.
What's
Like,
going on?
Yeah.
It's strange.
Speaking of fun facts about the Beatles, I mean, he's not lying when he says his dad was like, or is the biggest Beatles fan.
No, that guy, that guy knows his stuff.
He would submit like historical information about the Beatles to like publications or something.
Man.
Like he's gotten credited for like Beatles knowledge and stuff. Like he's not fucking around when he's like, his dad loves the Beatles.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like,
That leveled it up a little bit.
yeah.
It's like, and like arguably the best band of all time.
Sure.
And it's just like, I wouldn't want to be raised on anything else.
Yeah. And
You know?
he spent his honeymoon on the steps of Abbey Road Studios.
Yeah.
Like this guy's a
man.
fucking Beatles
Wow.
fan. Like
Yeah,
this
he
isn't
likes
some
them.
Wow.
casual thing. But no, that's funny, man. So, you know, we'll rewind in a minute, but like you end up singing a Beatles song at an American Idol event. Which song did you sing?
I sang, what did I sing? Give me a second.
They have so many songs.
Dude, what aired was Thinking Out Loud by Ed Sheeran.
Okay.
But I sang In My Life.
I was
by
going to
the
say,
Beatles.
I knew what you sang, but like, I was hoping you would remember.
My bad. Tripping.
No, yeah, in My Life by the Beatles. But, you know, let's rewind. Obviously, we'll get to kind of how you arrived at the American Idol stage in your, you know, journey, right? But, I mean, you weren't always someone who was wanting to get up and sing in front of people and perform. That was not you,
That
right?
wasn't me, man. Like,
Wow. I didn't know that.
And I actually referenced this on an episode. You didn't catch it, but I said someone that we know who's going to be on the show was like this closet songwriter and like closet singer borderline.
Foreshadowing.
you're probably like, who?
Yeah, Henry had no idea what the fuck I was
Gonna
talking about.
let it play out.
But I knew that we would, you know, eventually tell this story. I mean, your mom found like notebooks full of songs though.
Yeah, dude, it's kind of odd thinking about it. I've never really talked about it, but it was like
that's why we're here in the One More Time podcast.
Grade, yeah, in 7th grade, I've been playing guitar. Obviously, like I've had a guitar in my hand since I was like born. But like,
yeah, because there was like guitars and keyboards lying around the house and stuff, right?
Like 15
Really?
guitars like everywhere. Like my dad had a whole guitar room.
That's
like,
cool.
on the 3rd floor.
That's cool.
Yeah, and he'd always buy me guitars for Christmas when I was little and stuff. I had like this Brian May Red Special. Are you familiar with Queen?
Oh yeah.
Like Brian May, his red guitar. I had one like a baby.
I'm not familiar with that particular guitar,
but it was literally just me in my room, just like, and it was a way to just. It was really my hobby. Like people play. I mean, I played soccer, but people play sports, kind of an outlet. But I found that music was my outlet, and it was just the thing I did every day when I got home from school. Like I go down for dinner, but then it'd just be back to just playing guitar and
gotta finish that
in
verse.
my room. Like I literally would just sing to the wall. Yeah. No audience. Like it's kind of hard to believe that like it's turned into like being an artist. Like that's like my job. Like it's crazy.
What do you think held you back at that point? I'm always curious. Like clearly something was not wanting, or like you didn't want to share that with a broader audience at the time. Like what was kind of
the switch was flipped?
I think it was because I wasn't known to be that kid, and like, so I come from Bremen, Georgia, and everybody knows.
Shout out Bremen.
For those that don't know where the fuck that is,
which is most people.
I had to look it up on a map too. Where is that?
Very small. West of Atlanta. Like an hour.
Okay.
But everybody knows everybody. I think there was like 140 kids in my graduating class. Like know everybody in the whole school system and all the parents. Just everybody knows everybody, and I wasn't necessarily known to be that kid like ever singing anywhere. So I mean, especially like
so it was kind of like you weren't that kid, so you just kind of hid that.
Yeah,
it was like
it wasn't like my identity. Like I was playing soccer. I was like running cross country. I played guitar, but I wasn't an artist. I wasn't a singer.
Yeah.
So making that transition was interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when it did happen, I'm glad it did, and happy it all worked out.
Shout out to not sticking to societal norms.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, no, for sure. How long had you been writing? You mentioned kind of 7th grade. Was that when you actually like started writing songs?
Yeah.
And, like lyrics? Because, messing around on the guitar, clearly that was since you could even hold it. It sounds like, your dad was helping you learn that and you were practicing on your own, assumedly. But like, when did you start putting lyrics to it and maybe crafting songs? Like at what stage was that?
So I was around 14. I actually have like a funny story for this.
We're here for it.
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
Let's get it.
So I had sang at this competition. It was the first time anybody in my family had heard me sing.
Wow.
And I sang Make You Feel My Love by Bob Dylan. And then like
one.
2 weeks after, my mom was like, whoa, like,
you're kind of good at this.
I'm all right. But like, I was like, I had showed her a little bit. I hadn't written a full song yet. And I was like, Mom, I want to sign up for this singer-songwriter competition. And I hadn't written a song.
Yeah.
And it was like next week. So she was like, cool. Do you have songs? I was like, yeah. Like, we're going to be fine. And
you had no songs.
It got to the day before.
Yeah, sure,
and
Mom.
I had no songs. So I remember the day before.
She's like, you better have a fucking song, kid.
Our family name is on this.
Exactly. The Weaver name is on the line.
I wrote 2 songs the night before, and then we drove.
Sounds like someone cramming for a test. You know what I mean? Like
to Eddie's Attic.
Shout out Eddie's Attic. My dad used to, and Mom used to party there.
Legendary venue.
Yeah, they have an open mic. I think it was like every Monday. It was a school night. We drove over there, and I sang 2 songs I wrote the night before, and I forgot the lyrics to the second one. It was funny. I was just, I was vibing.
But how did it go? Like, did you
improvise a little bit? Maybe play it off?
No, I remember the first song, it was called Dominoes, and it was like the first song really I had written and I was like proud of, and like, I'm going to do this. And I don't even remember the name of the second one.
Because you forgot the lyrics. So why the fuck would you know the name?
No,
clearly.
That one we scrapped that one.
Yeah. Were you singing to your like songs you were writing in your notebook, or was that all basically just like poetry at that point? Like, were you putting it to music? I mean, you were putting it to music.
It had structure, like you got a hook.
I was to the point where I recognized those things, and I could kind of structure it with my guitar. That's why I'm so thankful to play guitar and have like a solid instrument, because it makes it that much easier.
Yeah. So is the Eddie's Attic thing, that's not the, I guess, American Idol like competition that your mom hosted at the venue in your hometown?
That was where I sang the Make You Feel My Love by Bob Dylan.
So that was after the Eddie's Attic thing?
It was like 2 weeks before.
2 weeks before. So you like all of a sudden were like
dived into it.
Yeah. I still do a deep dive.
So like, what made you finally want to do that? Were you just kind of like, fuck whatever I'm, seen as?
I think,
you know what I mean? Because it seems like you were clearly like hesitant.
Yeah, I think it was getting past that first performance. It's always there's a big difference between doing it and saying you're gonna do it, and it was like actually doing it.
Did your confidence just go way up after the first show?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, and
the hardest part is literally just the first step is the hardest part.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So you end up doing some like similar competitions, like you kind of go into like competition mode.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even like you were, like that's not the normal, I don't know, like I haven't heard anyone else that's come on here and been like, I did a bunch of these like judging, like people that were judges and stuff, but you did like a handful of these.
Yeah, I did that one in Bremen, and then I went down the road to Carrollton and I did Mayfest.
Yeah,
like Teen Idol.
You did like you're just finding whatever judge.
You just hopped on the circuit.
Yeah, and then I did Paulding County's Next Idol, and then I did like WSB's.
Yeah, you did the Atlanta Idol,
dude.
Wow.
It really, I never thought about that.
No, you
That's
really
hilarious.
did like a bunch of
so
these,
funny.
like a bunch of these, like panel of judges.
Yeah,
singing in front of them, get a score, and like see if you can win.
Wow.
As a beginner.
Wow.
Yeah, as someone who hadn't ever even like performed.
It's just constantly getting judged too.
Yeah.
for, like, everything.
Could be bad for the ego, man.
Seriously, that was a risky strategy, my friend.
Dude, I didn't even
I'm
know
glad you did it, though.
I was doing it. It was just what I did.
Yeah,
it was
that's
just
funny.
like, oh, I'm gonna go do this one.
Yeah.
You know, I was just having fun. Like,
Yeah, but so the Atlanta Idol one, you get like you were in the top 3, I guess, or
Yeah.
something. So that's what got you the like pass to go, front of the line or something at the American Idol audition.
yeah, it was in Piedmont Park.
Yeah, paint us the picture of that,
Dude,
because that sounded crazy.
Dude, it was crazy. Yeah, I get a front of the line ticket, and I show up at Piedmont Park, and it literally looks like a music festival's going on. The amount of like people in line to sing, and it's just a bunch of these tents. And then there's people obviously under the tents who judge you. But there was hundreds of people like just scattered throughout the park.
No, thousands. I think it was like 10
was
or
1,000.
20,000 people.
Yeah.
Tens of thousands.
Yeah.
Dude, it was crazy. I don't know the exact number, but it was a lot. Definitely more than 100.
Yeah.
It was a couple thousand.
100 was probably at your Bremen, Georgia Idol. You know what
this
I mean?
was a lot
This
of
is
people.
fucking American Idol in Atlanta
And
tryouts.
Yeah, and the line was super long. And luckily I got to skip all of it and go straight to the
Yeah.
You
front.
had that golden ticket.
So I was actually in like the first group of the day. Like there had been people waiting since like 4 a.m. I get to the front of the line, and I'm in the first group, and I go up to this tent. And if you don't know, like it's just like being judged again. And before you see the actual judges on American Idol, you go through rounds and rounds of auditions to make sure like you're okay to go and see
To
the
be
actual
judged.
judge. Yeah, it's like this is gonna be on TV. Like
You've been judged 20 times before you actually get judged by the...
no, actually,
Yeah.
you get judged like 6 or 7 times. It's different callbacks. It's just like, I mean, it's reality TV
Right.
at the end of the day. But
crazy.
this was the first round, and I remember it was me and like 4 other girls, and they're all singing. And I get up, and I have my guitar. I'm really confident. I sing "In My Life" by the Beatles, and she's like, there was a girl behind the table judging, and she was like, okay, cool. She was like, everybody else except Andrew, step forward. And she was like, I was like, oh, cool. And she was like, y'all were great, go home. I was like, dope, like I made it. Like this is the first round, like everything's going good. And then she like pulls me up to the table and she's like, Andrew, your singing was great. I would put you through, but your guitar was out of tune. Come back next year.
Oh,
And like,
Shout out the tuner, man.
how can you judge someone for that? That's not even.
I mean, it was bad. To be honest,
It was way out of
bad.
tune?
It was pretty bad. I did not have a tuner. I didn't have a guitar tuner on my
Yeah, someone had to like.
It was bad.
Damn.
But I remember going and telling my mom that, and I was like, I was so.
Yo, were you heartbroken for real?
I was heartbroken.
Definitely.
I mean, it was like my guitar, man. Like it's like my instrument, and that's the thing that messed me up.
His
man.
guitar has never been out of tune since.
Dude, I stay tuned, strapped with a tuner.
Stay strapped with a tuner,
man.
He's never forgot. He goes everywhere with his tuner.
It was a painful lesson.
Yeah, but it was a good lesson to learn, and my mom was like, "Hey, we're gonna do this again if you want to. If you're having fun, as long as you're having fun." That's moral of the story. Like, I've always had fun, and I went back, and we drove the following weekend again to get judged again.
See, this guy loves getting judged.
I know, man.
All judgment welcome when it comes to Andrew Weaver, man.
We drove to Asheville, North Carolina. I woke up. I didn't have a front of the line ticket anymore. Like, that was one and done.
He's a normal,
I'm a normal
average
contestant.
Joe.
Yeah.
Peon.
I wake up at 5 a.m., 6 a.m., and we go stand in line on this mountain. It's super cold.
As you do in Asheville.
North Carolina. And same setup, thousands of people.
Tents.
People under the tents judging you.
Yeah.
And I go up with like 4 more girls again. We're all in a line. We each sing for like 50 seconds of a song. I sang In My Life by the Beatles again. And she's like, okay, everybody step up except Andrew.
Again.
And I was like,
You're like,
you're
fuck,
kidding,
not
my
again.
guitar.
Yeah.
Even though I tuned it. I made sure to tune it this time.
Been there,
I hope
done
so.
that.
I hope
This
it was
bullshit
tuned.
again.
Yeah, but she said, everybody step up except Andrew. And I was like, oh, not this again. And she said, everybody go home. And then she called me up and she was like, this was a different lady, by the way. This wasn't the same lady.
Right.
Just to clarify, give you some context.
Good.
He's like, I know this sounds exactly the
Yeah,
same.
but
as it happened before, but
wait.
This is a different judge.
And she's like, I really liked your performance. And like, you want to go on to the next round? I was like, heck yeah. So,
yeah.
They ask you if you want to go. You're like, nah, actually, I'm good.
I just liked being here, honestly.
she said something like, are you ready? I was like, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it
In
was
pure
like-
reality TV form. Are you ready to join the next round?
yeah. On some dramatic.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
And then from there, I just went through different callbacks. And then finally, I ended up in Savannah with the celebrity judges. And I got a golden ticket there.
I don't know. I'm kind of curious. Like, you clearly were okay with being judged. It made me think, how do you deal with judgment, right? Because artists, I mean, shit, even producers, really any creative is going to be subject to judgment.
Yeah.
Especially with the fucking internet. You got your trolls. Like,
Mad trolls.
yeah. How do you deal with that? Do you brush it off? Does it get to you? You know what I mean? When you get, I would say,
think
negative feedback.
It depends. I think it's always been kind of not a big deal to me because I've always been, like you said, I've never really thought about it, but since I've always been judged, it's kind of like this normal thing to me. But I mean, it's always different when it's your own music. And like,
Yeah, you're like,
that's you.
that cover of the Beatles, that's just a bad song. I mean,
No,
they wrote it
no. The Beatles are the goats, man.
I know,
But
I'm kidding.
I'm saying like, when you release your first song, it's just like this is who I am. You're kind of introducing yourself to the world as an artist. And
Yeah, what was that first song that you actually put out?
Yes or No?
That was the first song.
Yeah. First
Holy
song.
shit.
I wrote it when I was 15 and put it out when I was 16, I think.
Damn. And so Yes or No was produced by Roark Bailey and Blake.
Roark Bailey and
Did Blake produce it too?
Yeah, Blake helped too.
Shout out Blake and Roark.
Shout out 808 Blake.
Yeah.
My man.
808 Blake. We'd love to have you on the podcast, my friend.
Love that
You
guy.
already know
Yes,
it's
sir.
long overdue. But yeah, so the same lady that sent you the link, I think, for the American Idol ends up linking you with
with Blake.
which is crazy.
Oh, wow.
I feel like that's wild.
Isn't that crazy?
Interesting.
Yeah.
So she sets this meeting because I guess Blake is looking for, new up and coming artists to, work with, to, help bring their music
it was
to
really
life,
like
right?
spur of the moment too.
Yeah, how'd that happen?
Blake had been working with her. He's like A&R and produces for Nappy Roots as well.
Yeah. Shout out Nappy
Legends,
Roots.
man. Legends. Shout outs on
Legendary.
shout outs.
Yes.
So many shout outs here.
We love
show
shouting.
love.
Yeah.
We love shouting out.
Hey,
on the
man.
We love
podcast.
shouting.
They're all family. Everybody shout out, you're all family, man.
That's right.
Yeah, so, they're working together on some Nappy Roots stuff, and this lady is from my hometown. We linked together, and we set up a meeting, and we just clicked from day one. It was it was this thing. I remember I went home.
Yeah, was that awkward? Was it like a first date?
No.
No, I'm just like, when I heard the story, it's like, that sounds like, I don't know, like you were a young, really young kid at the time.
I was 16. I think I was 15 actually.
Yeah. And you had literally no music experience except for the fact that you just did a bunch of competitions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I had written songs, but I didn't
but
even
you weren't
have
an
a
artist,
demo.
really.
I didn't have a demo.
Yeah, you weren't an
him.
artist by like, the typical definition, I would say, with like songs
you hadn't
out.
recorded any music.
No, it was just voice memos.
Yeah,
I would send
that's
over.
crazy.
It was I was like, here's some voice memos.
Had Blake heard anything?
No, it was just blind.
So it was just.
It was a blind
This lady
meeting.
thought you were talented.
Yeah.
She knows Blake is talented and wanted to work with other talented people. Like, it was just that. It was just like a matchmaking exercise.
I mean, literally, the rest is history.
Yeah.
Blind date, yeah, because you're still with Blake now.
Yep.
After all that time.
Yeah. Yeah. So Blake has obviously helped kind of like shepherd you into the industry.
100%,
I mean, that goes without saying. So Roark was one of the first, I guess, people that he kind of like pieced the puzzle together.
It was
right?
just finding the producers and finding the engineers. I didn't know I was doing that back then. I thought I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to a session and but it's really just all about finding your people and finding your little camp and just who clicks and who doesn't click. And I mean, we definitely clicked. We made some bangers, man.
Hell yeah.
What you and Roark?
Yeah, me and Roark and Blake.
I mean, because Roark's produced.
He's on Donna, man.
Yeah, I was like, this guy is like a legend. I was like, I don't even want to go through his credits because it's
Crazy.
Be here all day.
Yeah, exactly.
But we worked on my first 4 singles, I believe, and that was just all 3 of us.
But that was your first time literally being in a studio, right?
Yeah,
What was that like?
They must have been helping out a lot.
Did you feel like
dude,
out of place?
It was Parhelion Studios, if you know where that is, in Atlanta. And I remember,
Sounds fancy.
Like the first time I went in, man, there was just this big old bowl of candy, and I was like, man, this is nice.
I'm in the right place.
Yeah, I haven't.
He
Yeah,
judged it based on the candy
dude,
bowl.
I was like, man, this is
I gotta
nice.
keep candy at my studio.
He didn't look at the mixing board. He didn't look at the booth.
No.
That just shows how young I was.
He
dude.
was like, bruh.
Yeah, really.
I
He was like,
candy,
bruh, y'all got Snickers?
No, literally. I mean, now it's totally different. I walk into a studio and I geek out over all the equipment.
Mm-hmm.
But back then, it was just like,
And you're comfortable now doing it. You must have been, were you super uncomfortable?
yeah. I mean, it just took hours on hours. It was before I could drive, and so my mom.
Of course.
My mom would
Dropped
drive.
off at the
He had
studio.
his learner's permit.
My
Have a
mom-
great session, honey.
No, she would stay. My mom was so cool. She would work from
mom
the
is cool.
studio.
Oh,
and,
nice.
she would drive me into the city, and she would stay throughout all the sessions. And I love my mom.
Was this like on a school day?
Shout out, mom.
Sometimes.
That's
and I go to
crazy.
school the next day.
And you're like, sorry, teachers, I was fucking recording with Roark Bailey. Like, what are you going to do?
I actually did.
What are you going to do about it? Huh?
I don't have my homework. I was making bangers with Roark Bailey.
Donda, you heard of it? So, yes or no, ends up, I mean, it gets picked up by Spotify editorials,
Yeah,
right?
crazy.
First single.
First single ever.
How many
bro.
artists
say
can't
that.
figure out the myth that is getting on editorial
It's
playlists?
still, I don't
And
understand.
this
Nobody
motherfucker
understands
just
it,
steps
man.
in.
It got on Discover Weekly. It got on Release Radar, and those
Wow.
really just drive.
I mean, because it has
drive
like,
a single,
it has like
man.
half
For sure.
a million streams at least.
Yeah, it has. I mean, it's
almost right.
Yeah, it's,
on Spotify
I think it's
alone.
like 400 something thousand. I mean,
Yeah.
it's getting close, and that's like all organic, man. Crazy. Like
That is.
I don't understand.
That's wild.
I still don't understand to this day. Like what happened with that song.
One of our missions on the One More Time podcast has been trying to figure out how to get on editorial playlists.
and I don't get it. Like I
And Amelia had some great advice. It was
Yeah.
don't pitch.
The first
Really?
time she didn't pitch, she
The
got
first
on.
time she uploaded like a week before release date, and clearly you have no time to actually pitch. Like it doesn't even
Yeah.
physically let you type your pitch anymore if you're under a certain
2 weeks, I think.
time crunch.
Yeah.
She gets on 3 editorials or something, and
Dude,
she was just
what?
like, "What the
Dude,
fuck
it's a
is
mystery.
going on?" So Spotify editors, we'd love to have you on the podcast. So you
just
can
to
tell
answer
us,
that question, and then
do you look at music, or is the software picking random songs?
yeah, random generator.
That's what yes or no was, man. I mean, I think we did pitch it, but it was something like it wasn't crazy. I didn't have this crazy story. I was just like, I'm 16.
for
Here's
sure.
a love song. Like,
crazy.
That's a gamble on their end as far as like you had no proven track record of successful listeners. I mean, because I assume a lot
Yeah.
of their algorithm has to do with like current listeners. I mean, sometimes you
I
know,
guess maybe not.
Maybe you're Maybe they're playing Russian roulette for all the fuck we know.
It was great though.
That's crazy,
it was
man.
like,
That's the
let's
way.
keep
Like
doing it.
Yeah, in a streaming era, like that's the key right there. If you can make those, you're doing
100%,
good.
man.
Yeah.
You end up doing some shows with Njomza
Yeah.
Shout out Njomza.
Shout out
on
Njomza,
her
man.
tour. Super dope artist.
Yeah.
Was since the 80s. Killing
Vacation
it.
tour.
Yeah.
That was fun. That was really fun.
Yeah, how long after Yes or No was that?
Maybe a year.
Okay.
I
You
had
went on tour when you were 17.
Yeah. It was
Once
cool.
again, he just said, "Teachers, I'm going on tour with Njomza."
I was
Fuck off.
I was actually homeschooled at that point.
Of course you were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As every
As you should
aspiring
be.
artist should be.
Dude, I remember one day I went to school the first day, like going back, and I just looked at some people. I was like, I'm not gonna be here tomorrow, and I never came back. And
Remember this face, bitches?
Nah, it wasn't like that. But I was just like, hey man, I'm not gonna be here tomorrow. We did a show in California, West Coast, some shows on the East Coast. New
Was
York.
that just incredible?
Yeah, I was playing.
Had you ever performed for a crowd other than the competition shit that you had done?
I really don't think so, man.
Bro, how is this? This is a joke, man. Okay, artists, don't listen to any of this.
This isn't
because
how it usually works.
This is not helpful for anyone.
I rehearsed. I worked my butt off though.
No,
I
I believe
okay.
that.
Yeah,
Totally.
no, we don't want to take anything away.
From what you've done.
It is incredible that some of your firsts of things have been very rare.
Yeah.
Most people are grinding open mic shows back to
I
back
think
to back
I did
to
do
back
a couple
before.
of open mics.
Okay.
And,
Okay, thank God.
Yeah, I think I
Njomza's
did a
like,
couple.
do you have any tour experience? Nope. Come on out.
I had no
Perfect.
tour experience though.
Okay, show experience? Nope. Come on.
I did some things in West Georgia, I'm pretty sure, but nothing too serious. Nothing where it's like I'm on a stage and this is me playing guitar. This is my own stuff. You know, I was playing like different covers and stuff.
Yeah.
You must have been pretty good at it.
It was awesome to be 17 and playing my own music on all across the country and just seeing how the different people
National
reacted.
tour.
These people don't know who I am.
Right.
How
Like,
many songs did you have at that point?
I think I had
guess
a
out.
bunch of singles. I had like 6 singles.
That were already out?
Yeah, we just, single after single after single.
Yeah.
I mean, Blake DJ'd for me.
Shout out Blake. That's dope.
Loose Humanity, yeah. It was awesome. It was just us. We'd get on stage and do our thing, and then Njomza would come on and kill it every night.
Was that like a moment of clarity for you as far as like, oh, this music shit? Because that has to
I
be
think
like
so.
an incredible feeling, right? Of like, the American Idol shit's cool, but like, that, like you mentioned, that's kind of like reality TV, right?
Yeah.
That's not an art. You're not an artist
Nah.
in the most traditional sense, right? Like, I'm not saying that there hasn't been amazing American Idol
No, I
contestants
feel
and
you.
artists that have like gone on to have successful careers as an artist, but like, that wouldn't necessarily make me be like, I want to do this shit. Cause it's not the same with like the fans and whatever, right? Like if you're
Yeah.
at a show
Yeah.
and you feel the energy and like
It's different,
just
man.
getting up there, like you said, performing your own shit and like,
Yeah, to strangers, man.
cause American Idol has like these contests where you have to sing certain things maybe, or like you're not necessarily getting to do like your songs always,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So it's like a very curated experience. Whereas like the shows, I mean, shit, that had to be like,
It was surreal, man. And it was like, it was just everything I've ever wanted. And to just be able to do that, like, like 4 years, I would just daydream of like doing shows and like going on tour. Like that was like the thing I always wanted to do. That was my bucket list item as an artist.
And he achieved it at 17.
But that was like always what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
so I mentioned, earlier on that like he's no stranger to being here in this studio, to hanging out with us. Definitely
bros.
have a relationship here with Drew. You guys linked up on a record, Easy Come Easy Go, which I think is that's your most recent
my last
release still.
release, yeah.
That's
right.
Which like
It's been a
new
minute.
music soon, please.
Yeah, it's been a minute, man.
Yeah, because that's been a little bit. But tell us about that record. Tell us about how that came to life. But I mean, both
Yeah.
you guys, Henry can chime in too. Like,
I
how'd that come
actually
to life?
last January I had my tonsils removed, and I couldn't sing for like 3 weeks, and I was like, dang, like this is what I love. Like I miss doing it. So when I could finally get out of bed, like if you've ever had like your tonsils removed, man, and you're like older than like 7, it's terrible.
Yeah.
It's
I was
it's
four.
like
Don't do it.
I was 4.
yeah. when I was finally able to sing, that was the first song I just started doing the chords, and that was the first song that I wrote, like, after not singing for like 4 weeks. And then I think I shot it over to you, or I came in here and I was like,
You played me, yeah.
Yeah, and we had a couple of
bones.
different songs to choose from, but we all gravitated towards that one.
Naturally.
Bro, but the unreleased shit y'all have,
We got some other
that
shit,
needs
too.
to see the light
Dude,
of day.
Pebbles.
We got some shit,
All
though.
in, falling.
Yeah,
Pebbles is so good.
Pebbles is probably my one of my favorite unreleased songs of all the artists he's worked with, for sure. Like, that one's a hit. But yeah, let's play a snippet from Easy Come, Easy Go.
Let's do it.
Too much time playing these games, back and forth, who's to blame? I wanna make the most of us. Tell me why you act like you want none of me, but hit me back each time I leave. Flaws and insecurities, I don't mind them. Where's the happy ending? Can't fight the way I'm feeling. I guess it's all dependent on the moment. Tell me where I'm fitting. Am I the piece that's missing? Cause lately I've been feeling so alone, yeah.
Come on, man.
That
Get
song's
outta here.
amazing.
Get out of here.
Dude.
Get out of here.
So that was a snippet from Easy Come, Easy Go.
Yeah.
All three of us forgot how amazing the song is.
You two forgot how amazing this song is.
Okay, well, Drew and I definitely both forgot how amazing the
My
record
bad.
is. But it is an amazing song. You know, what's it about?
Easy Come, Easy Go. I really didn't have anything in mind. It was one of those songs where you just kind of mumble when the lyrics come, and maybe I found a lyric and I just kind of ran with it. I tend to do that a lot. I'll mumble until I find something that's kind of like a concept, but it's definitely, it morphed into a concept about being in a relationship and, somebody's not putting in 100%, you can leave.
And being okay with that.
Yeah.
Not stressing it,
Yeah, just easy come, easy go.
Yeah.
And so
I'm not gonna lie, I love hearing songwriting processes. Like, that's a big thing we talk about just because I find it so fascinating. I don't even know if other people do. Hopefully you guys do, but like hearing different artists talk about like where they get inspiration, how they actually like get that out of them. You know what I mean? Like, it just him saying he mumbles shit until like one
apparently
thing.
that's
like,
what Kanye does too.
That's how a lot of people, there's two extremes of that. There's people who like, they hear a beat and then they hear a flow and then they hear like the vibe that they want it to have. And then the concept and the words literally come last. Mm-hmm. And there's other people who have some shit they want to talk about. And that comes first. And then it morphs into, okay, how do I work this into this beat with this flow? What am I feeling?
I've done it all. I mean, there's not one specific way.
Nothing's wrong.
Yeah, I was watching this interview with Phoebe Bridgers and her drummer.
You love Phoebe Bridgers, don't you?
I was front row, dude.
I know, you were standing,
I love
bro. I
Phoebe
saw
Bridgers,
that.
man.
No, but I respect it.
Dude,
Super talented.
she's super talented,
Yeah.
super beautiful.
Yeah.
Shout out Phoebe.
She's the
Dude, Phoebe Bridgers.
We'd love to have you on the podcast.
Please.
For all our takes.
Do it for Drew. Do it for Drew.
I was watching this interview with Phoebe Bridgers and her drummer, and he was like, "There's no right or wrong way to ever record anything."
Yes.
And that really stuck out to me. It's like, you don't need all this crazy equipment. I mean, that was one of my big problems to like recording at home. It was like, I thought I needed the best equipment, and
Right.
it's like, I mean, yes, of course you need some to like get a decent mix, get a decent vocal take, but I mean, she was doing it like voice memos, like
Yes.
a USB mic. Like, you don't need all this crazy equipment. I mean,
Like, the equipment will make the product, have the extra like layer of gloss on it and make it sound better and more presentable. But nothing changes the core of it. The core is definitely
song.
it's the idea.
Yeah.
It's how's the rhythm, how the melodies, how the drums moving. That is the most important thing. No piece of
100%,
gear.
man.
Yo, it's like the
fixes
same
that.
thing that I told you about, like, the core of any good idea is free. Remember when
Wow.
I told you that shit, as far as just
yeah.
like any idea we have for like a rollout for a project, or, a campaign that we want to do for like content, right? For TikTok or whatever, right? Every core of a good idea can be free. So to your point, like, yeah, of course, we'd all love to be in multi-million-dollar studios recording on the best microphones with the best engineers and the
That Sony
best equipment, right? But
Shout out C800.
yeah, but at the same time, there's things that are within our reach. Meaning, like, if you already have a phone, your fucking phone voice memos, or if, you know, a USB mic is probably very affordable, right?
Yeah.
So it's stuff like that where like the core of any really creative thing can be free.
You can throw gas on it with money, of course.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
you can amplify, but you can't replace that like core. Yeah.
My favorite analogy is if you put sprinkles on a turd,
That's a good one.
it's still a turd. You know what I mean?
Essentially.
You can dress it up all you want, but it's a piece
true.
of poo.
It's true.
It's just a song.
Yeah.
You know?
But so yes or no, very acoustic.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like pop acoustic, I would say. You know,
There's some banjo in there.
Yeah. Yep. And then, you know, Easy Come, Easy Go, for example, still very like, I would say, you know, light and, you know, acoustic elements. But then you also have some like,
A little more modern.
you know, a little more modern drums that come in. But then you've also worked with like hip hop artists and produced like hip hop songs. You've gotten in your producer bag. You also were just featured on like an EDM track.
Yeah.
That was
There for
amazing.
you.
I don't even think you've maybe even seen that.
I don't ever want to limit myself to a box. I'm a music lover at the end of the day. I'm an artist, I'm a writer, I'm a producer. I love everything about whatever is going on in the music industry. So if I can be involved in anything, like any way, I'm there and I'm gonna do it.
No, I just thought that was so cool as far as like you are very versatile, and I sometimes struggle with, should people lean into that versatility or does it distract them
from the brand
from what their core focus needs to be? So I didn't know.
That's a tough one.
Do you think it's a long-term thing for you to want to be kind of spread in different, you know, because like doing some EDM songs and then doing some hip hop production and then doing the pop acoustic artist thing, like that's a lot to be kind of juggling. But I'm not saying, I just didn't know if that was your version of trying to figure out what you do want to really do, or if you think long term you will be kind of just, I'm always going to do that. That's just me, and that's fine either way. I was just kind of curious.
I think I'm to the point. I just turned 20, and it's like Yes or No was me when I was 16, and then, you know, I'm 20 now. It's like I gotta find what is me now, and I have so many new like different influences I've been listening to, and it's just like that changes my whole perspective on music. And it's just like a lot of these artists I love are so involved with the production and like all
like who are some of those?
Like Moses Sumney, Frank Ocean, of course, Pharrell. I mean, everybody, man. I just love anybody who's directly in Tyler, the Creator, man.
Big time.
Yeah, just you can tell it's like theirs and it's their art, like.
And it's not always the same, and you're not going to like the same artist necessarily in 5 years from now.
Yeah, and it's just I look at it as almost like practice for like my stuff, like doing all this production for other people and learning all these different tips and tricks and
adding tools to the toolbox.
Even writing for other. Yeah, I feel like, you know, I'm in college. I'm kind of in college for music. Like I'm in college for business, but like I'm in college for like I'm in like my own kind of like training camp. For me, I'm learning like all the different DAWs and, you know, like different plugins, and it's just like figuring out what I want and what I want stuff to sound like, and to be able to tell somebody what I want it to sound like. I think that's the most important thing. You got to love what you make, and I'm to that point of experimenting and discovering like who I am and what I want to make. Because
you might hear something that you didn't even know was a thing.
Exactly.
And then you're like, I love that. I want that to be a part of what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. And it's not like I don't want to feel like I'm switching up on people, but I just learned about this. I think it sounds crazy, you know, vocoder like we did on Easy Come.
And if you're in love with the record, other people are going to love the record. Like if you're confident and you're like, this is me, like just putting it all out there and you're like 100% in, I mean, people are bound to love it. Like at least respect it, man, at the end of the day, because it's you.
I think you might lose some people that might, if they hear your EDM song and oh my god, this guy's crazy, and then they hear the other stuff, you might lose some people. If someone might like your hip hop stuff and then they hear the pop acoustic stuff and they don't like that, and you might lose them. But I don't think they were ever worth having in the first place.
I think that was me just trying every end of the spectrum musically. Like I'm kind of to the point where I want to hone in on a sound. Like I literally just wanted to travel everywhere musically. And
you have to at first.
Push my limits.
To know.
To know.
How are you going to know?
That's really what it is. And a lot of people get stuck with the sound they don't like.
Because they haven't tasted everything.
I want to taste everything.
Boom.
Is basically.
Taste it all.
So what does that mean to you? Does that mean working with just as many different people, or to your point, like going to different places?
Yeah.
Like all of the above? Like
I'm always down for collaboration, and recently it's just been me with a laptop figuring out which sounds I like and where I want to go with it.
Let's make a country metal song.
I mean,
You got to taste it. We don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be our favorite shit and we didn't even know.
I'm really into like alternative indie dream pop.
Cool.
Kind of where I want to go. I think that's the direction. That's what I love to listen to.
Like a Pink Floyd kind of like.
have you heard Prentice? He's like 14 from Mississippi. He's signed to Cinematic, which is like Johnny Shipes' label. They've been responsible for Joey Badass, freaking
awesome.
Flip De Niro's there, Smoke DZA, Abby Jasmine, fucking the list goes on and on. Big Crit was his. So like he's been known for just finding insane talent early on, building that talent to the point where like they either stay with him long term like DZA has, or they go get a fat fucking major label deal.
Yeah.
Their slogan, for example, is majorly independent, is what Cinematic's label like slogan is, which I thought was super hard. But Prentice, he's literally, no offense, Prentice, but he's this kind of chubby 14-year-old like curly haired guy from Mississippi, but he makes this like insane dream pop like indie shit, real light and like airy vocals with like
drenched in reverb.
Yeah, but still like some like kind of he also has some like hip hop drums and shit on his stuff.
You listen to Labyrinth? Have you heard of Labyrinth?
No.
Man, you did like the Euphoria soundtrack. I've been obsessed with Labyrinth.
That had some great music. So
dude, yeah, you got to check out Labyrinth, man. Labyrinth is incredible. Even his solo project was great.
See us making connections here on the One More Time podcast?
Seriously.
I like it.
People put me on. I put people on.
Boom.
Yeah.
People that like can't name influences like piss me the fuck off. I'm not gonna lie. This is a hot
that
take.
one dude who's like, I have no influences.
Yeah, like
I'm my own. Like, bro.
This is a hot take.
I don't sound like anyone.
Yeah,
bro.
like we all get it. You're so unique and original, and no one else sounds like you. But what the fuck? Do you live in a vacuum and not listen to any music, and you just vomited music out? Like, no,
someone's got to open for you on tour. Someone's got to pop up on your fans also like on Spotify.
So
like, get over yourself.
Get off that. Yeah.
I find inspiration in everything too. I remember when I was like 14, 15, like first writing songs, I'd watch a movie and then I would write from the perspective of that movie.
That's cool.
That's
it's
cool.
different. And I mean, I was like 13, 14. I hadn't like experienced like crazy
That's a grown man
heartbreak or anything,
yeah.
And I forget which movie I watched, like some probably like Leo movie, like Leonardo DiCaprio. And like, I just write
Titanic.
about that. Probably one of those. Romeo and Juliet, probably some. Yeah. But I actually wrote my second single, Safe Travels, that way. I was like 15.
That'd be ironic if that one was based on Titanic.
Yeah. Oh no, bro.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Do you still do that? Still watch movies and write songs?
I need to.
That sounds like a cheat code.
It kind of does.
Yeah.
I haven't done it in a while.
Listeners, y'all can have that one for free.
Yeah, go ahead.
Jam, yeah.
Take it.
Big jam.
Take it.
If you have no inspiration, just watch a movie.
Boom.
Exactly. But Henry, I think we've come
Is it time?
to the final segment
Oh my God.
of the One More Time podcast.
Here we go.
Drew,
Hey man,
buckle up, my friend.
I'm here.
Are you ready
Yeah.
for the rapid fire rampage?
Rapid.
It's going to be rapid. It's going to be on fire, and we're going to rampage.
All right.
It's a 3-part rampage. I'm going to ask you some short answer questions. Then I'm going to ask you some this or that. Maybe 2 choices. You pick one.
Yeah.
And then we're going to do word association. Give you one word. Give me one
Oh
word back.
man, I gotta be careful. All right.
That's right. Yes, you do. That's why we said buckle up.
All right. Buckled.
Don't say anything stupid, Drew.
I know.
We're not editing anything out.
We will not edit. We will not save you with an edit.
Have your publicist call us so we can ignore it.
You know how many publicist DMs I have saying take this episode down? Just kidding. We haven't had that.
Here we go. Episode 27, Andrew Weaver, Rapid Fire Rampage, Part 1. Yeah. Initiate.
Rampage!
Andrew, if you could steal any guitarist's skills, who would it be?
George Harrison.
You've been given a family of pandas as a gift. You can't give it away or sell them. What do you do with them?
Have a panda farm.
Andrew, when you go to a buffet, how many plates do you get?
I'm a solid 2.5.
You don't finish the third one?
I can't say I do.
It's wasteful.
Hey, man, I try.
At least you're honest. Andrew, what makes you angry?
When I'm disappointed. I mean, isn't that right?
Andrew, what do cats dream about?
Cats dream about... Dude, cats dream about being awake.
He was so sure of that answer.
Yeah,
And
I'm fake deep, bro.
I was so unsure of his sureness with that answer.
The confidence threw me off. Because
then I thought about it and I was like, are they dreaming about wanting to be awake?
Hey.
And I was like, I don't think so.
we can't tell him he's wrong. That's the thing.
We don't know.
We don't know what cats dream
man.
I have no idea. Anyway, Andrew, if you were an emoji, which one would you be?
The hand shaking. I use that one a lot.
It's a true
Me
collaborator.
too.
Yeah.
It's like a peace sign.
Yeah.
But like a little more like
It's kind of like my thing recently.
we get each other.
It's on your favorites.
Yeah. It's like
You don't have
number
to
one.
scroll. It's like right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Andrew, in 20 seconds or less, teach me something I don't know.
Ooh. Do you know how to make the noise with your mouth that goes like...
Yep.
Served. Good try, Drew.
And I know this one.
I can't do that one.
That was a great one. I bet you were that annoying kid in class that was always doing it.
You got it.
God, I hated
not
you.
know, man.
There are plenty of things.
Do you know solfege?
No.
All right. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do.
Yeah.
You know that?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's like the acronym for it? Of course.
Solfege. Do you know it was called solfege?
No, I know Roy G. Biv.
Hey, he didn't know it was called solfege.
Boom.
Boom. Good job, Drew.
That counts. We'll have to rewind the episode and see if that was 20 seconds or less.
Dang, bro.
I think you got it.
I'm happy with that answer, though. That was pretty good. That was pretty
was
good.
good.
That was good.
A for effort.
Andrew, what is the longest you've gone without showering?
Maybe like 3 days, 2 days.
It's not that long.
Respectable.
days.
It's respectable.
I like a good shower.
Yeah.
Are you a morning shower or a night shower person?
Morning. I need to wake up with
I
it.
used to be morning all day. Now I'm night all day.
Really?
So you stink right
Yeah. No, I do need a shower by this point. Yeah.
now. Andrew, how many balloons would fit in this room?
A couple. I'd say
It's funny because there's actually 4 right there. I didn't realize.
I'd say
There's like the weirdest things in this studio right now.
I'd say 5,325.
That's a good answer.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how weird do you think you are?
Me? 6.85.
It's very accurate.
How do you like your eggs?
Oh, I love all types of eggs. I like them over medium. I like them scrambled.
Pick one.
I like them. I'd take an omelet. Does that count?
Sure. Yeah.
All right, cool. Omelet, man.
Part one of the
I'm a big omelet guy.
The omelet guy. I like them in an omelet. That's how I like my
Eggs.
That was great. That was actually really impressive for part 1. Let's see if he can keep it going with part 2. It's the this or that. Rapid Fire Rampage, episode 27. Andrew Weaver.
Rampage!
Lyrics or melody?
Melody.
Everyone is like if it's a rapper, I'll say lyrics or flow.
Sway
Everyone's
Lee.
about that.
Sway Lee, bro. Melody king.
There you go. Call or text?
Text.
Dogs or babies?
Really? Bruh. I'm going to go with babies, man.
Guitar or singing?
Why you do this to me?
Asking the tough questions.
Singing right now. Right now. Today is singing.
Tomorrow might be different.
Yeah.
Breakfast or dessert?
Breakfast.
Omelets.
Omelets, bro.
Yeah, I was like, bro, give this kid an omelet.
Netflix or YouTube?
YouTube.
Zoo or aquarium?
I haven't been to either in a while. I go with aquarium because it's AC.
Indeed. Right on AC.
Some penguins.
Writing songs during the day or at night?
At night. Ooh, but during the morning,
I was like, bro, I feel like you're always like, posting stuff like during the day that you're working on music.
Dude, I actually do go to sleep pretty early.
Yeah, I was like, bro, you have like grandpa vibes.
8 p.m. is still night though.
But
but he's like posting at like noon and 2 p.m.
You're changing your answer.
Yeah, I'm changing my answer now.
I'm calling him out on like, he's writing music during the day for sure.
So I'm
not a night owl.
I had it as morning, day, or night, and then I changed it to day or night. But I think I'm gonna change it back to morning, day, or night.
I'm honestly a morning.
So it's this or that at this point.
Yes,
dude.
Yes,
I wake up in the summer, like before I had college, obviously, and I would try and make a song a day, like every day, and I did it for like 3 weeks, man, like 4 weeks, like every day I get up, produce it, and sing on it.
Do it for 3 months. See what happens.
I know. I know, man.
It'd be crazy. Moving on. Boxers or briefs?
Define briefs.
Tidy whities.
Oh, I mean, I take boxers, but like I don't.
Briefs are not tidy whities.
Is briefs like the Calvin Klein?
Briefs are the super tight version of boxer briefs, basically.
Dude, no. I'm briefs if it's like that.
First of all, boxer briefs are not the same as boxers, so I don't think
I know that. I wear boxer briefs.
Briefs are like just underwear. It's regular underwear.
But I thought they still have like the shit on the thighs.
Yeah. No. What is that? If it has it on the thighs, yet it's like...
Yo. Aren't briefs tidy whities? Am I tripping, podcast viewers? We're going to look that up after anyway. We'll have to edit that question. Moving on. Yellow or orange?
Orange.
This dude loves orange.
Man, I'm saying.
Smart or beautiful?
Smart and beautiful. If I had to choose smart, like, you got to be like...
Are you dating someone right now?
I'm not. I'm currently single.
Ladies, get at him.
I love smart women and beautiful women.
You're smart and beautiful.
All you smart, beautiful women out
I love pretty much
women,
man.
Mini golf or bowling alley?
Bowling.
He was so sure he couldn't finish his water.
He wanted it to be so rapid that he spit water.
I'm on this rapid,
respect, bro. This is a great rampage so far. Last one for the this or that. Pirates or ninjas?
Ninjas.
What a rampage so far. If you keep this up, you might go down in the Rapid Fire Rampage Hall of Fame.
Please.
He says this every episode.
No, I don't.
Fool you.
Last episode, I did not say that.
Man.
Shout out to Bo Regard, though.
Yeah, Bo. Your shit was not rapid, bro.
It wasn't that rapid.
All right, I'm gonna kick it up a little bit more rapid.
Here we go.
But we love you, Bo.
But this is the most dangerous one. Word association.
This is where you get in trouble with your PR.
That's right. Here we go. Episode 27.
Say anything stupid, Drew.
Word association. Episode 27.
Safe answers.
I love podcasts, man. Thank you for having me. This is so fun.
Having fun?
This is great.
Yeah.
I'm having fun too. Here we go. Mars.
Planet.
Hamster.
Wheel.
Anxiety.
Bad.
Bass.
Ball.
Yo. Thought it would have went the music way, but that's fine. Wednesday.
Thursday.
I see your Wednesday and raise you a Thursday.
Love.
Compassion.
Time.
Concept.
Good one. Ribeye.
Medium rare.
Love this guy.
Ew. Cook my shit. Don't give me that.
You have no
bloody pink shit.
No taste, Ben. So no one. Yeah, this is why we're not asking you the question.
How do you like your steak?
To a steakhouse.
How do you like your steak?
If you say well done, you need to.
No, it's between
gross,
medium and medium well.
You're gross.
Okay. Is that like
that's like no flavor.
Red,
cook all the flavor out of it.
Yeah, like way more on the leaning towards the brown. A little bit of something pink. You know what I mean? But like I do get my burgers well done though, for real.
Moving on. Medicine.
Important.
College.
Fun.
So safe.
Fun.
Meditation.
Intriguing.
Government.
Curveball.
Easy come.
Easy go.
Let's get it.
I'm impressed.
I'm pretty impressed.
One of the best rampages we've had. I'm not kidding.
You like that?
Very good.
It was quick.
It was rapid fire.
And there were some really good answers in there too.
I think there were some great answers, and it was fast. We don't get that a lot.
What would you rate it?
8.5.
Okay.
Out of 10.
Okay, I'll take it.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, we've never had a 10. So like you're top notch.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yep. Cheers for Andrew. No, really appreciate you coming on, man. This has been a blast. Like I said, it's always good. You know, we've had definitely a handful of people on that we know already, but it's been awesome to really like help you tell your story and learn more about you at a deeper level. But it's always been, fun hanging out with you, man. So really appreciate you coming on. We need more music from you 100%. Too.
Absolutely.
It's in the works, man.
So hopefully that is on the way.
It is.
Regardless of if Henry's involved or not, we need more Andrew Weaver music.
Let's jam out after this.
Well, if that's what we're doing, we're about to get the fuck out of here, right, Henry?
Let's get out of here.
All right, y'all. Be good. Next week.
Peace.
We'll see you on Thursday.
Appreciate y'all.
Good night.
Thank y'all so much.
Yes, sir.
Pop that shit like one more time. They pop that one more time. Pop that shit like one more time. They pop that one more time. Hop up in that foreign skirt, no. All the homie, this shit tripping, no. Middle finger to the